Hello everyone, Pixel Hero here, and welcome to the commentary track of Geometry Dash Deathwish Level 3 Cyber Fight. Now, this level has what I gotta say first off. This level has the best song cut I've ever made, in my opinion. The cuts are so good that you hardly even notice it, which I love about it. It's why it's my favorite song cut. So I was ecstatic to work on this level because of how good the song cut was. Now we gotta talk about the community with this level and how it was like seen, I guess, in the trailers and stuff. I made teases that it was an MBK song, and a lot of people for some reason thought it was Superchargers. Now, I've thought about making a level with Superchargers, but I don't know, in my mind I just cannot come up with something. I don't know. I'm sure like everybody in the comments, like usual, is gonna comment an idea so to make me work on it, but honestly I don't know. A lot of my ideas I try to do original ideas. I do take some feedback from the community though, which is why I release trailers sometimes, so I can get feedback. Some feedback I've gotten that I've executed was a community member who said to make the screen grayscale during the beginning parts of level 1 play. So when the lyrics happen and the screen goes gray, that's from a community member. If you look in earlier trailers, it doesn't do that, but I think it does add on to it. Another is in Anxiety level 2 at the spike ball parts that block your screen. When you press a button to get rid of them, the screen glitches out to get rid of them. That was from a community member too. I wasn't going to do it because the level was already done and verified. However, there was something I did need to add, and that was the watermark. I needed to add the watermark at the very end with my YouTube channel and G username, like I usually do for every level. And I hadn't, so I was like, while I'm here, might as well add it. And I think it added onto it. So, thanks to those two community members. Now, for Cyber Fight, there wasn't any community feedback because I wanted this to be probably the most secret level, like, out there. As of recording this, there's only a few screenshots, maybe like 2, and then the teaser video, which a lot of people got upset about because I didn't put a song. And I did accidentally leak the song on Twitter because I was dumb and I wasn't thinking right and wasn't thinking about having the song and wanting it to be the most secret. So the song was leaked. If you were on Twitter, everyone on Twitter knew that it was Cyber Fight. A lot of people thought it was Superchargers, but nope, it was Cyber Fight. There's a lot of arguing, and even the poll. There's so many people trying to figure it out and trying to like decipher it, which I thought was crazy. But it was fun to see. I was laughing the whole time, seeing everybody say, "Oh man, it's definitely Superchargers," which is funny. But nope, it was even the most voted. Everybody thought that Superchargers was the most, and I guess because everybody in the community put it into their heads that it was Cyber Fight. So they're like, okay, or no, it was Superchargers. So everyone was like, okay, if he's saying it's Superchargers, then it has to be. And so to mess with people, I did put it in the poll. And it was the most voted option. So if you're seeing this and you voted for Superchargers, you were wrong, and I'm sorry that I messed with you. But yeah, that's how that went. So on to the actual level itself. This level I'd say was the hardest to decorate under play. I did want to go for a cyber theme, quote unquote cyber factory theme, because Cyber Fight, it's in the name. So that's what I was trying to go for, which is why you see a lot of 2.1 blocks and a lot less 2.1. I mean 2.2. You see more 2.0, 2.1, and less 2.2, which is kind of a bit off the. This is supposed to be 2.2. Where's all the 2.2 blocks? There is particles, obviously, and you know, some other things like the spider orb and the shaders. But it is kind of like over the place, and it's mostly 2.1 because there isn't really a lot of cyber, quote unquote, cyber blocks in 2.2, as we know of. It's more like grassy and like quote unquote, I don't know how to say it, the tile block things with the many layers on it that look really cool. I don't know what those would be considered. I consider them tile blocks. And then like the sandy moon type block. And there's, like I said, there isn't a lot of cyber blocks. But that was the original intention. So that's why it's stuck to mostly 2.2. And kind of like a toxic waste factory theme. The spider part was probably my favorite part. It was probably one of the parts that was originally thought up in my head. I immediately knew how I was going to do it. So, and it's pretty easy. It's a mix of X and camera triggers. The X teleport and all that, the teleport trigger, which thank goodness that exists because there are so many cool things I can do with Hydronomic or with that, which opens up so many more possibilities. Like, trust me, once I have everything that works properly, especially the arrow trigger, if the arrow trigger worked properly or properly enough to use it so many times in the GDPS, you might get Hydrodynamic early, I'm not even gonna lie, but it doesn't, so you know, we'll have to wait unless like there's an update and it comes out before 2.2, then maybe, but I want to wait so we have everything because I want to use the background trigger and some other things that are only shown off in the actual update and aren't in the GDPS yet. So I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting for everything to be worked out so I have the full update to work, through it and all that. So, I have everything to work with. I'm not restricted to anything, and I'm not held back, which is why I haven't made Hydronomic yet. I'm waiting for actual 2.2. And I've said that numerous times, and everybody asks me for some reason, where's Hydronomic? Where's Hydronomic? And I'm just like, you gotta wait. This 2.2 has to come out first. But yeah. Especially for the part after, with the tiles, that part has the tiles in it, the tile blocks. With the moving area trigger, that was thought up too. I really wanted to use the area trigger at some point in the level. And I think it looks really well at that part, in the cube part, before the drop. And then comes the drop, which has the best song cut ever, I might say. That part was a really cool one to do. And the screen rotate, oh man, it's so smooth. It's so smooth, I love it so much. That part really turned out well. Especially the invert as well. When it goes back to normal in the invert, it's like yellowish, orange yellowish. That's cool too. I really love that part. And then the teleport portal part. That one was also thought up in my head. More so deeper into the development, but it wasn't improvised. It was planned to do something originally like that. The way it looks wasn't how I planned it. The orangish yellow theme, the orange and red theme, that wasn't how it was originally going to look. But I do love how it looks, though, I will admit. I think it looks nice. But the way that the screen like rotates and stuff, I thought was really cool. It's really reminiscent of the final part in Dash Destroyer. That's kind of what I wanted to go for. Which, speaking of Dash Destroyer, after this part, you get to the spider part, you get into the callback to Dash Destroyer, which I think was the most fun part. The Screaming Bat was one of the ideas that I had originally in my head. I was like, you're going to shoot out of a thing, and there's going to be a bat. There's going to be a bat. He's going to scream, and he's going to get knocked off the screen. I don't know why. I like to mess with these guys so much. If you played my earlier levels, you know that there's like, this happens a lot. There's a lot of like messing with these guys, and messing with like all of them, actually all the monsters. more so the bats. Electroman Adventures PLE, the very beginning has a bat flying into an electrical thing and then getting electrified. The Knock'em PLE, the abandoned layout I had, there was a part where you were going to see bats getting knocked out from a drop. And I guess here in Cyber Fight, the bat actually screams and he gets knocked off the screen. I used the scale trigger to kind of make it seem like he was flying like towards the screen. Not necessarily getting bigger, it was more of a perspective thing. So like he was getting closer to the camera in a way. He doesn't change size, he just gets closer to the camera. And I think it turned out well. I think I should have made him bigger. But that part's really cool, especially with the coin. If you get the coin by pressing all of the buttons. That being said, the buttons in the teleport portal, they don't kill you. They give you the coin. And I mean, you've seen the... I keep forgetting that this shows up after the coin route. So you'll see that pressing those gives you the coin. It also gives you the thumbs up to let you know that you press all of them. So that's how you get the coin. That bat is actually holding the coin. So when you get out of the portal, it'll actually give you the coin and it'll fly out. So that's also cool. And it's a little callback to Dash Destroyer, which I thought was pretty cool. It was kind of hard to recreate with the newer blocks, but I think I did really well. And I think it turned out really well for a callback. And then this part, oh man. So this part, after the Dash Destroyer callback, where the what you call it rotates. It's the orbs. The orbs rotate every time you click them. That was actually originally supposed to be in the what is it? The Wouldn't It Be Cool 2.3 idea video. I was going to make a level entirely for it. I could still do it, technically, but there was a part in the song, specifically after the main drop, where you'd go in and out, and then you'd go out of that section. So I was gonna keep rotating, and like rotating through the orbs. So you'd use them multiple times, or so like it's each time you click it, the side on the other side would rotate to give you the other orb, and then on that orb it would rotate the other side to give you the new orb, and it would just go in and out, which would eventually lead you out, and it would go along with the song. And so I did it with this because I knew I probably wouldn't get to make that part for that 2.2 or 2.3 video. So I was able to make it for this part. Now the reason one has like decoration on it and the other doesn't is just due to how you see the level. I felt like it would overcrowd. It is a little out of place, but I think it looks fine. It could look better though. And then, oh man, this is my favorite part. This is one of my most favorite parts. It didn't go how I wanted it to. That's because of the limitations in the way the GDPS isn't exactly, with like 2.2 completely, and it's still bugged out a little bit. But I love this part so much. This is one of the parts I thought of, like, originally in the layout, and even way before then, was the idea to have the G, or no, not the G, the D and the W of Deathwish being playable. You play inside the blocks. So if you don't notice it, you just teleport instantly into the D, and it's red. But that sounds wrong. Into the letter D. I'll say it like that. Into the letter, which is the first letter being D. So you're flying inside the letter. And I made the background completely red with a gradient trigger. And you use the arrow trigger to go throughout the entire thing, and then you teleport into the letter W, which is just a cube gameplay, which is a little buggy, unfortunately. You kind of have to time it right, so it's kind of like confusing. But if you time it right, which you should, then you'll be fine. And then it kind of has a bit of a switch up that's way too quick to react, so you kind of have to be quick. And then you launch up, and then at that point it zooms out to reveal that it was D and W that you're going through with Deathwish. which was one of my favorite parts, honestly. I love that part so much. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the commentary track for Cyberfight. There wasn't any really original plans for it that I got deleted. Most of it was, you know, my main intentions as well, like anxiety. This one more or less exactly what I had envisioned in my mind. Anxiety was more of what I had envisioned in my mind coming to life. This one was like, I'd say 85% of it came true. The teleport part, the spider part, where you travel through the different parts in the beginning, the area trigger after the spider part, and then the Deathwish at the very end, which I thought was a really cool way to end off the whole trilogy of levels. That being said, thank you all so much for watching. I guess since this is technically my last video of Geometry Dash until 2.2 comes out. So yeah, after this event, there will be no more Geometry Dash videos for the time being until 2.2 comes out. That being said, don't leave just yet. We have more videos coming out. I am going to be dedicating my time to working on a passion project that I've been working on. I did pull out a poll for what it should be called because I was like very debating on a name. You can probably guess what it is, but at the same time not. It's not a game. It is something you can buy though. I will say that. I've been very secretive on it though, and I haven't really told anybody about it. I've told like maybe like 3 people. That's it. But everybody else is on the down low. I'm not releasing anything until the promotional material comes out for it. That being said, there's also going to be promotional material for it. There's going to be a YouTube channel dedicated to it, a Twitter maybe, and an Instagram 100%. There will be an Instagram dedicated to this passion project. It's not a new like YouTube channel like the collecting channel. It's something different. Like I said, it's something you can buy. That's all I can say. I gotta get all of this stuff figured out, so we can get it, you know, out to the people. Anyways, that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video. The reception on these past few videos, on the Deathwish trailers, on the fan direct. I'm not quite sure how the fan direct for this past one went. I hope it went well, because this is September 7th. So I'm recording this audio and all the other ones on September 7th. So this is before the fan direct. I don't know how it went, but you know, I hope it went well, and I hope you all are enjoying this event. I think this is the day this is coming out. I think it is Wednesday, so another video should be coming out alongside with it, revealing the new project that I've actually been secretly working on that I never told anybody else. So it's a bit of a surprise. I'm pretty sure I announced it in the direct. If not, then surprise. But if I did, then you already know what it is. Apparently it released today, if I remember correctly, on how I'm going to work this out. So yeah, go play it now. My first ever platformer level. I didn't really decorate it that much because I wanted to go for an abandoned level theme, you know? So I wasn't really focused on the decorating, and I wasn't really focused on getting it featured or not. It was kind of more me experimenting with how platformer works. And I think I did really well. I honestly think it turned out really well. So yeah, go complete it, get all the coins, complete the no checkpoint challenge, you know, record your runs, try to get the fastest times, try to speedrunning it. There is no speedrun timer built in, so you're gonna have to like get your own speedrun timer, because I don't know how to make speedrun timers. But anyways, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. If you like this content, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in whatever the next video will be. Goodbye everyone, hope you enjoy the event.